Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new, hello, my name is Elizabeth and this is The Joyful Sojourn, a place where we talk about stationery, we play with stationery, we flip through stationery items, and we do a lot of decorative planning and creative journaling. Today, I'm sharing with you my Black Friday Cyber Week 2024 order from Archer and Olive, and I might tack on along the way some journals that I already have and how I'm using them, because I know inevitably somebody is wondering out there, why do you have so many journals? Like, surely you have enough with the sub boxes. And I am an ambassador for Archer and Olive. So, like, why would you buy more? There's a lot of uses for journals. There's a lot of uses for someone who is a creative person, a hobbyist, someone who likes to document their life or has a family with children. There are so many uses for these journals. And for the longest time, I just collected them because they were pretty. And now I'm in this era where I'm like, I'm getting these journals. Let's like use them. Let's put them to good use. And so I am, and I'm going to share with you what I picked up, but then also show you some of the other journals that I have and how I'm using them, so that if you purchased anything during the Black Friday sale, hopefully you'll get some ideas. Did I say that word, sale? Hopefully you'll get some ideas for how to use your new Archer and Olive journal. I'm going to open this guy up and remove my shipping information, lest there be any personal info in there, and pull this guy back around. I do have my heater going for the first time ever, at least this year, in central Texas. Is cold enough to where I need a heater, but I am wearing a microphone, so hopefully y'all can hear me okay. So I love, also, it's the day after Thanksgiving, and I cut myself cooking, so that's why I have a Band-Aid on, just in case you're curious. I love that the Archer and Olive packages now are including these kind of specialty cards, kind of explaining the story of Archer and Olive and what they've done over the years. I love the images. These are so good as journaling cards. You could actually cut these up and place them, excuse me, inside your journals if you're doing any sort of memory keeping or logging your collections. This would be a really good, I mean, you can recycle it too, but you could do something creative with these as well. Let's get into the package. Ooh, I forgot I got a zipper pouch. So everything's in here. We're going to unbox it all. I am so excited. So what was so unique about the Black Friday deals from Archer and Olive. Ooh, and then we can see the tote bag that was free with purchase. So what they did with this release was not only, or this sale was not only did they do the sale, but they brought back favorites, okay? And these are journals that have previously sold out, and they're bringing them back in stock for people who had missed them. And they also brought back items from sub boxes. So items that were previously exclusive to the sub box, they brought them out so that people who aren't subscribed had an opportunity to purchase them. And I was like ready to go right away, but was shocked. I had something in my cart that got taken out of my cart in the first 10 minutes of the sale, and it totally shocked me. Like, it was amazing because they had these Oops journals. This might be the Oops of the Fox and Woods design. And I wanted both sizes because I thought these are going to be really great for testing out different spreads and just playing around with different techniques. But the B6 Fox and Woods Oops sold out while it was in my cart in the first 10 minutes. So I wasn't able to get one of those. But really incredible sale. There were some items part of the, I think it was the sub box exclusives, and those items, I don't think they were discounted. What was special about it for Black Friday or for the cyber deals was that they were releasing it. So I didn't see a markdown on those, but as I tried to let people know as much as possible, because I'm an ambassador and an affiliate, I have a discount code, and the Joyful 10 discount code always saves you 10% off of your purchase. And it worked with the cyber deals. So even those items that weren't significantly marked down, you could have used the Joyful 10 code, which was really, really nice. Okay, so I picked up 5 journals and the pen pouch. Do I need more pen pouches? No, but I didn't have a pen pouch that was an Archer and Olive pen pouch. And to be clear, if you're new to my channel, I kind of do this for a living. Like I review products and I talk about different brands, and it's helpful for me to have items kind of cohesive. So if I'm doing something Archer and Olive related, it is nice to have, you know, all of my pens and tools in an Archer and Olive bag. So let's start with the bag actually. And this guy, this was the gift with purchase, I think for like the first 2,000 people. I think I can sit down now. So this was the freebie, and it's like a pink holographic tote bag, reusable tote bag. And I think the word is gusseted. It's got a gusseted bottom, so it will lay flat. And I'm guessing these sold out. Yeah, reusable shopping tote. Now, I'm not a holographic, you know, sparkly, pearly kind of person, but for taking things in and out of the house from my office, this is a really handy size. Look at that. And it holds a lot. Let's just see. We'll just throw all of my purchases in here. See if all 5 are going to fit. Oh yeah, my entire order of 5 journals and my pen pouch all fit. And then it's really sturdy, very well made actually. It is that kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a plasticky material, but it feels very well sewn together, like it's not going to fall apart. These handles are not going to be long enough to put over your shoulder unless you're a teeny tiny person, but it's very comfortable to hold on to. So, I mean, I'm not mad at a free bag. I will use it for sure, but wanted to make sure y'all saw the gift with purchase. And again, I like things that kind of, I like when brands are cohesive and I have like a collection. So when I'm filming, you know, I have all my Archer and Olive items together. Let's take a look at the pen pouch. And I think this is still available. There was this canvas one and then like a vegan leather brown one. And I'm just much more of a canvas person. There's something that feels so much more sturdy than a vegan leather when it comes to items like this. Wow, this opens up quite a bit. Look at that. And the color's really pretty. I'm not a red person, but I can't remember what they called this. It's like a cranberry color and it's really pretty. Look how that like opens up. That is really nice. Really, really nice. And you can fit all kinds of stuff. Even like a corner punch. I'm not going to throw every single item in there. The question is always, will it fit a calligraph or a Tombow? Let me grab a brush pen from Archer and Olive. And yeah, that fits just fine in there. Let's grab a Tombow. Fits a Tombow just fine as well. And there's a lot of room. So you can pack this out for sure. I'm very happy with this bag. It is fully lined on the inside. It is a lighter color, so you can see things, but it's a lighter color and you are definitely more likely to get some ink staining on there. But I don't mind when the inside of bags get ink staining, especially if they're pen pouches. It kind of helps tell the story. Now, I wonder if I have with me within reach. I don't have within reach one of the bags from Portland Leather or from Laurel Denise. This is a similar shape, although it's more squared than the Laurel Denise pouch. And I like, you've got this kind of pull here. This is, wow. I knew I was going to like this, but I actually like it even more as I pop it out. I like the size. I like how it opens up really wide. And I like that it's canvas. It feels durable. So that is the pouch, and it's still available, I believe. So you can use Joyful 10 to save 10% off, even though the sale is done. But that's a nice sturdy pouch. It says Archer and Olive with a really thick kind of gold hardware there. And same thing with the zipper pull, Archer and Olive. All right, shall we take a look at some journals? Let's take a look at this guy. This was the Oopsies. So there were 2 Oops journals. the B6 and the Traveler's Notebook size in the Fox and Woods from the Winterscapes collection. So here's your packaging. Really pretty, highly giftable. I always say that. And this has the kind of drawer pull, which is going to be hard with my thumb right now. So we'll have to do this left-handed. These were marked super down for like $4.99 because they have a misprint on the front. And I'm telling you, like, if you didn't know, given how complex this cover is, do you see the oops? Do you see it? For $4.99, they marked this down because of that blue line barely on here. But you know, that's enough to where someone could get mad and say, oh, my cover isn't perfect, I'm not paying full price. But my gosh, the price that they marked these down to, so it was the TN, which is what I was able to get, and then the B6 is what got kicked out of my cart. I think the B6 had one little blue line down here, a little bit more noticeable. But my gosh, yes, please, I'll take that for $4.95 or $4.99, whatever it was. And now I have a Traveler's Notebook with the really nice 160 GSM dot grid paper, the pocket in the back, the pen loop, the ampersand, which I love on this one is silver. Most of them are gold, for $5, which is cheaper than what you'd find, you know, in a box store. And it's cute. So I'm really excited. This is going to be a notebook I use to try out different layouts and different techniques in the Traveler's Notebook size, which I'm really starting to get into. It's funny, I'm starting to move into the smaller and the larger journals. I think most people go with the standard A5, and I'm like, I want the B5, I want to go bigger, or I want smaller, the B6 or the Traveler's Notebook. Let's take a look at, I don't even know. Oh, let's do the next special one. This was the $12 notebook in the Robin. And they do say that because it is the like doorbuster deal, it's not in the really thick cardboard packaging. This has a regular kind of paper sleeve, but it's still, they didn't cut corners with the design here. They still have everything looking super pretty, but yeah, they kept the cost down by putting it in this packaging. I'd love to know, would you rather spend less on a journal and have it come in this kind of packaging versus maybe spending a little bit more? I don't think they'd always be $12, but I'm sure you're spending a little bit more to get the archival box, you know, that everything usually comes in. So this was a $12 doorbuster, and it did sell out the first day. And what gets me really excited about this one is it's less pages. That was the other reason why this is priced less than, so it was a doorbuster. There's less pages in it and the packaging is more minimal, but I really like the less page feel of their notebooks. The ones that have less pages just feel really good in the hand. Obviously not ideal if you're using it as a planner, but I like it. So this is the A5 Robin doorbuster in the vegan leather. You have a debossed silver Robin, 190, it says 192 pages. I think this was 112. I think this was a little bit smaller, but they didn't cut corners on that inside design. And all of these are going to be that, oh, wait, one of them won't be the dot grid, but beautiful dot grid, your pocket, your pen loop, and then let's check out the weight. The charm on this one is, ooh, this one is also silver. So love that. So for $12, I get another kind of B6 that I can, wait, was this? No, this is A5 that I can play around with and just have it be just a general notebook. I could use it for swatches. I could use it for sample spreads because again, what I do on my channel and on Instagram is share creative things. And so I need journals to be able to do that. Let's open up this one next. This is the B6 A-frame. I have talked nonstop about this specific journal because it is not book bound. And this was a sub box exclusive that I purchased a second one of because I love it so much. So B6 size. It is the classic dot grid, but it's on a twin loop or on a spiral. And I just love it. I love it. I've used almost every single page. Oh, I can't share with you. I have the other one sitting right here, but I've used just about every single page in this thing, and it's just such a nice pocket notebook. I have it at my dining table. If I'm making a phone call and I need to take notes, I'll just grab this thing and take notes. If I'm trying to keep Esther occupied, I hand this to her and she'll scribble on a page. I've had this in videos when I need to swatch washi tape, but I'm just looking for something that's within arm's reach. I grab it and I swatch washi tape in it. So it could be great for a swatch book because it's so easy to just flip the page on itself and you can access it so easily, which is also great for orienting it this way. Like you can do so many things with these twin loop Archer and Olive journals, and they really have not done any of these. So when they came out with or brought this one back from a sub box exclusive, I had to get another one. And I can think creatively about how to cover this design if I want it to stand apart from the other one that I have. But just really simple vegan leather, soft touch, just super nice. I really hope that they come out with more of these twin loop bullet journals because I really feel like they're awesome. And if you need to take a page out, you can just snip between each of the coils and pop it in and out if you're coming from a disc bound system, but you want to play around with their paper. This would have been a really good option. So I hope that I don't know if this is still available. If it's still available, Joyful 10 will save you 10% off on this. The sales are done for Black Friday. I was going to say Good Friday. Sales are done for Black Friday, but you can always use that Joyful 10 discount code and grab this if it's still available. So that was the A-frame cabin or A-frame house B6, 112 pages. Let's take a look at, I'm so excited about this. So this is the A5 notepad. Another thing I've been consistent with talking about is how much I want all of their notepads, all of the Archer and Olive notepads, because I have found myself routinely, just like with that twin loop, grabbing notepads to get spare dot grid paper that's in that really thick 160 GSM. And they re-released the blue scale notepad. And because I jumped on the notepad wagon probably a year after they started making them, there are color combinations that I don't have. And so when I saw this, it was like a no-brainer. So it's A5 size sheets of paper in blue scale. So we've got a nice kind of ivory color, light blue, a brighter blue, and then a navy in the back. And these have perforated edges, so you can just peel this off and you can rip it. You could do junk journaling with it. You could just take notes on this, like use it like a notepad. You can go this way. You can orient it this way. I mean, you can orient it however you want. You can also undo these Chicago screws and pull pages out. I've seen people do that. So there are all kinds of things you can do with these notepads. And I do plan on filming a video at some point, maybe for Archer and Olive, about all the ways that you can use these notepads because they are so handy. This one, unfortunately, is sold out at this point. But I'm telling you, if you see a notepad in a seasonal release, it might be something to snag no matter what the colors are, because you'll use these papers for anything and everything, or at least I do. And so really, really excited that they came out with the blue scale and that I can add this to my collection. Plus they just display really nice in my office. So love that. The last item that I picked up, this was my big splurge. Hold on, let me take a sip of a beverage because I know I'm talking a lot. This was my splurge. It was, I think, the most expensive item during the sale, but it was one of my most desired, and that was a Bring Back the Favorites Sarah Cray Florist Journal. And the B5 size was watercolor paper. To my knowledge, Archer and Olive has not released a watercolor notebook since this, and there have been none on the website. So when I saw they were bringing back the watercolor notebook, I just, for someone who collects things, creates content on social media, and likes to display these things, I had to have one notebook from Archer and Olive with the watercolor paper. So I jumped on it. This was over $40. And I know you can buy watercolor notebooks anywhere. This might still be available. I know you can buy them at a craft store, but if you are wanting something more luxurious, if you're wanting something for memory keeping, if you're wanting to play and you're wanting to gift something to an artist who loves to play with watercolor, this is like the way to go. It is so beautiful. This B5 size is amazing. This is my first time seeing it. It is vegan leather, that vegan leather material, but it feels different somehow. I don't know if I can describe it. It feels really nice. And let's take a look. This is my first experience with their watercolor paper. Oh, that's stunning. Really pretty inner cover. And this paper, oh wow, did I know it was perforated? I'm not sure I did. Amazing. I don't know if I'd want to take the pages out though. So pages are perforated. There are, how many pages? Did I already say that? 64 pages of watercolor paper. It is not dot grid. It is watercolor friendly paper, perforated pages. So if you do create something that you want to pull out, you can. It is in that B5 size. This is gorgeous. Let's look at the weighted charm. It is the gold ampersand with a really pretty, like soft mint colored ribbon. And we still have the pocket folder in the back that opens up. All of Archer and Olive's pocket folders open up really wide. And then our pen loop on the side. This is lovely. Absolutely lovely. I'm so glad I snagged it. What I need to make sure I don't do is be so afraid that it's so lovely and it was a significant purchase that I'm afraid to use it. I need to use the things, and I got these to play and to live a more creative life, and that means using what I've purchased. So I don't know. I think I'll probably start at the beginning, or maybe I'll start at the back and play on each page, trying different techniques. And as I get to the front of the journal, maybe hopefully my skills will get better and better. And this will just be my creative play. I don't have any plans to gift this or do memory keeping. This is really for me to explore. So if it's still available, Joyful 10 will save you 10% off on this watercolor notebook. Such a good gift for Christmas. These are all just so good for gifting because they come in that really nice box packaging. So one last thing I wanted to do, since I've just shown a bunch of journals and you're wondering, like, why do you need all of these? I know I've said little things here and there, but I wanted to share with you some of my active journals that will be active in 2025 as well. So consider this like a little sneak peek of my stack. My planner and journal stack for 2025 is going to be massive, but keep in mind it's because I'm not using all of these as journals or as planners, and that's what we're going to talk about. So first of all, when you're thinking about all of the Archer and Olive journals that you've collected, I hope that you can see that they have so much more value than just like bullet journaling. Okay, these are meant to be used. And let me share with you this first one. This is one of the pocket journals, and I have decided this is going to be where I swatch fountain pen inks and or maybe any other kind of liquid inks. I haven't formally, set this up. I'm going to create a decorative page and I'm going to create an index and I'm going to do future swatches nicer. But I just wanted to get this going, and I was setting it up for in order to show the inks from a couple of the boxes more recently. And I'm just loving having this little pocket guy where I can swatch out my fountain pen ink. So I have a lot more swatching to do, but just having a little pocket book, one of the smaller size notebooks for swatching your fountain pen inks is a great idea. This is not traditionally fountain pen friendly paper in this capacity. It will bleed through because it's such thick paper. It's just going to drink it all in. But, I don't have a ton of fountain pen inks. I don't mind the ghosting or the bleed through. And the point for me is to be able to see the color. And so, I'm going to get some really good color off of this notebook. So here's a use for one of the pocket journals. This one I can't fully share with you. This is a B6 journal that has become my family's gratitude journal. And it's a tradition I started this year with my family where whoever's sitting at my table, we both say what we're thankful for. But before they leave, I want them to write down something that they're thankful for this year and then what they're looking forward to in the new year. And the idea behind this is over the years, cumulatively, I will see all of the people that have come into our home. I will see all of those things that they have been thankful for and see how life has changed for them as they look at what their hopes were, like how they came to fruition year after year. So this is kind of a memory keeper journal for multiple people. And then I have in one place, the things happening in my family. So that is what this B6 is for. Obviously, this is a planner. This is the 2025 planner. And y'all know, I've been showing this a lot on my channel. I've been having a lot of fun decorating this. I don't know what it will be functionally for me in 2025, but this has been a creative planner for me. And I think it's great. So that's what I'm using that for. I have an A5 that I've been using for dailies and other sorts of creative things. And just to give you kind of a sample, like I'm definitely going creative with this. So here's a notebook that I'm using for not necessarily planning. I mean, there's some planning element here with to-dos, with journaling, but this has been a fun notebook to play around with. And again, not really a planner, not really a journal, somewhere in between, but has been really fun for daily type things. This is an 8x8 that I've been using for pen swatches. You can do so many fun things with notebooks, including if you have a massive pen collection, one could be your swatch book. Now, I'm being extra by having multiple swatch books, but it's fun and it helps me use my journals and I can look through my collection so easily. If I'm going to get into decorative planning or decorative journaling, I could just grab the book and see what I already have and then just pull from my collection. So that's another idea for an 8x8. This is a swatch book I made um, for inks. And I have a video up on my YouTube channel showing the creation of this swatch book. But I've got inks here. And then from the back forward, I've started swatching out stencils and I've started stamping. I'm starting to put down all of my stamp collections and then I'm keeping them indexed in the front. And this has been so much fun. I've been putting on a Christmas movie. I grab a set of stamps and I just ink them in. I just stamp them in. And it's always hard at the beginning when you're starting with your collection. Thankfully, I don't have a massive collection of inks or of stamps, but it's always going to be an undertaking to get the initial ones down. And then whenever I get a new stamp set, I'm going to take it to my swatch book and I'm going to stamp it into the journal. So this is one of those uses for a journal that you might not be thinking about. If you have anything in excess in your collection, swatch it out, see how it looks, and then have this journal, dot grid journal, be a catalog of items in your collection. So that is one of the things I'm loving about these journals. Another B5 I'm using, I've shown this before, and this also was released in the bringing back sub box exclusive. So if this is still available, Joyful 10, I'll save you 10% off. But this is a B5 vegan leather with embroidered like strawberry and ladybugs. And this guy, again, I have not finished. I'm so behind. I need to back plan, but this has become my my planner conference themed journal. So anything related to planner conferences are going here. So I've got Go Wild, and then I've got jumping over to the Chicago Planner Conference. And again, I need to back plan some of this stuff, but I thought it would be fun to have one journal that I take to all of the conferences, and it's my like ultimate memory keeper. And it's tempting for me to just jump from journal to journal, but then I forget where things are. So having one dot grid journal be my planner conference journal is really helpful for me to see, okay, what worked last year? What do I want to change for this year? And that's been really nice to have. So there is just a handful of ideas for people who say, you don't need that many journals. If you're saying that, fair enough. But I'm not using these for just journaling. I'm not using these just for planning. I'm using these books and the quality of the paper to be a place to catalog my craft and to explore different um different creative ideas in journals that aren't um meant to be perfect, I guess is the best way to say it. So I hope that this was helpful. I shared with you the new items from my order, and I'm trying to trying to beat whoever's going to say, why do you like beat you to the punch? Those who say like, why do you need more journals? I don't need more journals. This is a hobby. I enjoy collecting things, but I also wanted to make sure that I showed you how I'm using so many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 active Archer and Olive journals in my office right now. And they're not all serving the same purpose. If you're wondering, how can you use all the things? You just get creative and have fun. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll leave my affiliate link for Archer and Olive down below as well. And come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. If you want to hang out with me again, I sure hope that you do. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today, and I'll see you in my next video.